Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Season 29 of The Bachelor has been riddled with mistakes, and I believe producer influence may be to blame. There was a lot of enthusiasm when Grant Ellis was introduced as the season's romantic lead, but I don't think he's lived up to expectations. In many ways, he was not given a fair shot because producers may have been overly involved in pushing the season's plots. On the other side, it's possible that producers felt compelled to take a more proactive approach since they sensed Grant's struggle to fulfill this part. Either way, it isn't working. I'm honestly surprised Grant has struggled with his role as the star on The Bachelor Season 29. The 31-year-old day trader and former basketball star was not new at hunting for love on national television. He made his television debut as a contestant on The Bachelorette in Season 21. Jen Tran sent Grant home before hometown dates, and he was quickly named as the franchise's next male star. I expected Grant to excel, but he battled to find his feet from the start. I believe producer meddling may have led Grant astray. On the first night of The Bachelor Season 29, Grant stood outside the legendary Bachelor house, greeting the 25 single ladies who had traveled from all across the country to date him. I had great expectations for the season, especially given the success of The Bachelor Season 28. Joey Graziadei found his true love, Kelsey Anderson, and they are still happily engaged today. I hoped the same thing would happen to Grant. My confidence in his chances of finding love skyrocketed when he immediately connected with 27-year-old Alexa Godin. Grant fell in love with Alexa from the moment she walked up to the estate with her llama, Linda. Alexa, a speech therapist, grew up on a farm, so she is familiar with animals. Grant liked her so much that he gave her the coveted first impression rose. This season, receiving the first impression rose also resulted in the first solo date. The person who earns the first impression rose has only won the final rose once in the history of the Bachelor franchise, but I was confident that Alexa could break the curse. Grant and Alexa went on a one-on-one date to an after-hours mall, which was ideal for them. They had joy running around an empty mall, but they also bonded emotionally. They both discussed their non-traditional backgrounds and appeared to have a strong bond. I was confident Alexa was the one for Grant, but their relationship withered fast after that. Though Alexa hung around for a long time, Grant cut her off before local dates. It was either producer influence or an indication that Grant doesn't know what he wants. I was surprised when he sent Alexa home but kept 27-year-old Zoe McGrady, with whom he appeared to have little in common. He barely noticed the tech engineer/model, and she was the only woman in the final four who never had a solo date. I kept forgetting Zoe was still there, so I was surprised when she received a hometown date instead of Alex. I can't prove that these odd decisions were caused by producer meddling, but it's my best guess as to why Grant's choices were so unusual. Grant admired Dina Lupanko, 31, from the moment she got out of the limousine on night one. He soon recognized her brilliance and trusted her judgment, even following her recommendations about other women on The Bachelor Season 29. Dina and Grant appeared to be a solid team throughout the season, and she was one of the favorites to win the championship. Everything changed after Dina visited her hometown. After her parents refused to meet Grant, he eliminated her. Though I understand his disappointment at not meeting her parents, it looked like a rash decision to me. It's difficult for me to pinpoint exactly why The Bachelor Season 29 hasn't been my favorite season. One difficulty is that I learned what I know about Grant on Season 21 of The Bachelorette. I didn't get to know him very well over his season, which made it difficult for me to feel invested in his path. Don't get me wrong, Grant seems like a lovely man, and I hope he finds his true love. I only wish the producers had encouraged Grant to open up more and allow him take the lead in his own story. Grant's remaining women are Zoe, Juliana Pasquarosa, 28, a client service associate, and Lisha, 31, a venture capitalist. I can imagine him choosing any of them, but I can see him walking away without giving out his final rose. The Bachelor Season 29 clip, which Bachelor Nation shared to YouTube, concludes with Grant in between the final two women. Grant responds, "The truth is, I don't know. Producers may have tricked Grant into discarding his ideal woman." The Bachelor Season 29 has been one of the most controversial seasons in recent memory, largely due to the involvement of producers and the inconsistent decisions made by its lead, Grant Ellis. While there was excitement when Grant was announced as The Bachelor, his journey has been riddled with questionable choices, unexpected eliminations, and a season that has left many fans confused. Grant Ellis, a 31-year-old day trader and former basketball player, had already been in the Bachelor franchise before. He competed in Season 21 of The Bachelorette, where he was eliminated before hometown dates. However, his charisma and potential made him an appealing choice for The Bachelor. Unfortunately, his season has not lived up to expectations, largely because of what seems to be heavy-handed producer interference. One of the season's most memorable moments happened on the first night when Grant met the 25 women vying for his heart. The initial excitement surrounding the season was palpable, especially given the success of Season 28, where Joey Graziadei found lasting love with Kelsey Anderson. Many fans hoped for a similar outcome for Grant. When he immediately hit it off with Alex Godin, it seemed like he was on the right track. Alex, a 27-year-old speech therapist, made a strong first impression by arriving at the Bachelor Mansion with a llama named Linda. Her charming and unique introduction caught Grant's attention, and he awarded her the First Impression Rose. In a new twist for Season 29, the First Impression Rose recipient was also given the first one-on-one date. Their outing at an after-hours mall was both fun and intimate, giving them a chance to bond over their shared unconventional upbringings. Their chemistry was undeniable, leading many viewers to believe that Alexu was a frontrunner. However, despite this promising start, their relationship deteriorated as the season progressed. Many fans were stunned when Grant eliminated Alex before hometown dates. Instead, he kept Zoe McGrady, a 27-year-old tech engineer and model, despite the lack of a visible connection between them. Zoe was the only finalist who never received a solo date, making her presence in the final four surprising. It seemed illogical for her to outlast Alex, leading many to speculate that producers had influenced Grant's decision. Another puzzling decision was Grant's relationship with Dina Lupanko. From the beginning, he was drawn to Dina's intelligence and wit. He also seemed to trust her insight, often relying on her assessments of the other women. Their connection was strong, and she was widely considered one of the top contenders for Grant's heart. However, things took a turn after hometowns when Dina's parents refused to meet him. Instead of navigating this obstacle, Grant made the abrupt decision to eliminate her. While disappointment is understandable, cutting her off entirely seemed hasty. Was this truly Grant's decision, or was he pressured by producers to take a more dramatic route? As the season nears its conclusion, Grant's indecisiveness has become a central theme. His remaining finalists, Zoe McGrady, Juliana Pasquarosa, and Lisha, each bring unique qualities to the table, yet none of them seem like an obvious match for him. Juliana, a 28-year-old client service associate, has a quiet confidence about her, but her connection with Grant hasn't been heavily featured in the show's editing. Lisha, a 31-year-old venture capitalist, appears to have a strong personality, and while her chemistry with Grant is evident, their interactions sometimes feel forced. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.